Thank you for that. We are in the Millionaire Real Estate Agent, and we are continuing our journey on the 24 topics of the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. Today, we're actually going to be covering 2, so we're making some ground. We are going to be discussing 8x8, which is topic 10, and the 33 touch, which is topic 11. So we're going to check 2 off the list today. Before I do that, I just want to make sure that all of you know, if you didn't see my Facebook post, we are adding 2 training events to the calendar weekly. We are doing this in response to the surveys that went out to the Coral Springs agent partners asking for feedback on how we can better support you. And one of the things we heard from several of you was more training after hours. Got it. So what we are going to do is I'm going to be teaching a Rainmaker, the Road to Success path, Thursdays from 6 to 7 p.m. and Saturday, I believe that's 8 to 9 a.m. It's on my Facebook page. And in the post, I wrote, drop your email below if you want to be a part of that group. Now, I shared that in this group, so it's on the Survive to Thrive Facebook page. It's also on my personal page. And if you're part of the Coral Springs Market Center, it's on the Market Center page. So you shouldn't have a problem finding that. Good. Drop your email in there and join me Thursdays evening and Saturday morning. Would love to see you guys there. Going to be very different than what we do here. I'm going to focus more on new agents and getting them into production on a path to building successful real estate careers. And the main purpose behind that is we have a lot of real estate agents who are dual career real estate agents who can attend these classes that we have every day. And I realize, hey, by the way, for those of you who are thinking, well, John, they're not hearing you now because they're probably at work. Duh. This is recorded. It will be on my Facebook page, and it will also be on YouTube. So they'll have a chance to see the recording. And then they'll go, wow, that's great. I can join. All right. Guys, pages today are pages 146, 134, and 147. Let's get started. So on page 146, Gary is talking to us about an 8x8. You know, before I do that, let me just share with you a story behind the 8x8 and how it was created. So there's this marketing company by the name of Hobbs Herder, and they did a test study in a neighborhood to see how marketing would work. And they mailed everybody in the neighborhood a postcard marketing a particular real estate agent as the neighborhood expert. Okay, this postcard went out to everybody in the neighborhood once a week for 8 weeks. And then they called everybody in the neighborhood and they surveyed. And they asked them, if you were to hire a real estate agent, if you were to sell your home, who would you hire? And more than 50% of the people who responded said they would hire this agent that was on the postcard. And the interesting thing about that is the agent was a fictitious agent. They didn't even exist. So 50% of this neighborhood was ready to hire someone who didn't even exist. So for those of you who are thinking, I don't have enough experience or any other limited belief that you may have, 50% of this neighborhood was going to hire a real estate agent that was a make-believe agent. At least you're real. You may not have the experience, but you're real. So if it worked for them, it'll work for you. All right, on page 146, Gary says your 8x8 program is a systematic, very important word, guys, underline it. A systematic system of establishing relationships and cementing in their mind who you are and the opportunities your business represents for them. Simply put, once a week for 8 weeks, you will make meaningful, another important word, underline it, meaningful contact with these individuals via letters, cards, phone calls, with an aim towards establishing yourself as the #1 real estate agent in their mind. Now, I want you to notice he didn't say emails. And if you go to the bottom of page 142, Gary actually provides you with an example. 146, excuse me. Gary actually provides you with a sample of an 8x8. Week 1, drop a letter of introduction, your personal brochure, a market report, and your business card. Lead with gratitude. Bring value to every conversation. This applies here as well. So what is the value that you're going to bring to the conversation? If you're sending a letter, if you're sending a market update, you may not be speaking to them, but it's still a touch, it's still a conversation, and you want to bring value to that conversation. Week 2, I'm not big on recipe cards, so cross out that. Inspirational card, 100% yes. Community calendar, yes. Market stats, yes. Week 3, again, cross out the recipe card. Pretty much the same things that were in week 2, by the way. Week 4, make a phone call. Gary gives you the script. Hello, this is John from Keller Williams Realty. Did I catch you? Cross out the word bad and replace it with good. Never ask somebody if you got them at a bad time. Yes, you got me at a bad time. Conversation over. Did I get you at a good time? Awesome. I only need 2 minutes of your time. And all right, make them interrupt you to say, no, you did not get me at a good time. Roll right into, did I get you at a good time? Great. I only need 2 minutes of your time. And then go right into the conversation. Make them interrupt you to say, no, you did not get me at a good time. All right. Did you happen to receive the blank? Now, the blank is whatever you sent them. And it's much more meaningful if it is something that you sent in the mail versus email. People are overwhelmed with email. For those of you who are old enough, like me, you can remember opening up the internet and when it made all those funny noises, and then you got this notification that says you got mail, and you got excited. You're like, oh boy, somebody sent me an email. Yeah. Today, it's like, oh my gosh. All right, so this is a true fact, and all of you C's in the room are going to have to take a deep breath when I tell you this. I have 56,000 emails in my inbox. 56,000. Now, ask me if I care.
And you care?
No, I don't. I used to tell my friends when I was in production, if you send me an email and you want me to read your email, put in the subject line, I want to sell my home or I want to buy a home. Otherwise, I'm probably not going to read it. Didn't work. My friends started sending me emails that said, I want to sell a home. And then it was, All right. Now, if you sent them something in the mail, did you get my market update that I sent to you in the mail? Do you have any questions? Blah, blah, blah. All right. Have you had a chance to look at it? The reason I'm calling is to find out if you happen to know of anyone who might be buying or selling their home. All right. Week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8. Go to the bottom of week 8 where Gary says, as you can tell, I really hope you will allow me to be your realtor for life. Oh boy, underline that, underline that, underline that, underline that. It is a great script. And also, let me just give you a quick reminder that if you happen to know of anyone who might be buying or selling their home, could you please share their name with me? Now, cross out, sorry, Gary Keller, cross out where he writes, or my name with them. No. Don't say that, because you just, what are they going to do? They're going to give your name to them. You're never going to get a call that says, hey, Michelle, I know of somebody who's thinking of selling their home. Here's their name. Just like you asked me, if you give them the option of giving your name out, guess what? That's what they're going to do. And you don't want them to do that. So cross it out. All right. Go to page 134. We're going to talk about 33 touch. According to NAR research, 76% of all sellers contacted only one agent and 16% contacted just two. According to the same NAR research, 59% of all buyers interviewed only one agent and 22% met with just two. What you should be hearing is if you're not one or two, you're competing for the 14 or 16% that's left. And you've got how many thousands of real estate agents selling real estate in South Florida? If you're not one or two, you're one of thousands who are competing for the 14% that's left. Now, you don't need to be number one or two with everybody in the market. It's not your goal. Your goal is to build a database of 200 people, of 300 people, of 400 people, of 500 people that you are number one or number two for. That's your goal. When those 300 people think of real estate, Aaron, they think of you. If I asked all 300 of them, do you know a good real estate agent? Aaron Coddington. That's your goal. Mindshare for real estate agents is slim to none. Average out the NAR statistics and you'll see that roughly 86.5%, if you were wondering where I got the other 14% from, there it is. Roughly 86.5% of all buyers and sellers seem to have room in their minds for only one or two real estate agents. Once you have completed the 8x8 program, so what does this look like? Go to the whiteboard. This is your database. You have this group of people out here called haven't met. It's a very, very large group. All right. It's all of Coral Springs, Parkland for everybody that's sitting in the room right now. That's your haven't met group. It's tens of thousands of people, right? Right. And your job, that's an N, your job is to enter them into your database as a new Met. In other words, Madeline, my name is John Dietz. I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams Realty, and I like to keep my friends and family members updated on the market. That simply means that I send them interesting information on the real estate market once a month, and I call every 3 or 4 months just to check in. Would it be okay if I added you to that group?
Yes.
She says, no, go away, you creep.
Go away, you creep.
Jonathan, my name is John Dietz. I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams Realty. I like to keep my friends and family members updated on the market. Would you like to be a part of that group?
No, go away.
All right, next person has to say yes. Aaron, oh, I picked the wrong one. My name is John Dietz. I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams Realty. I like to keep my friends and family members updated on the market. Would it be okay if I added you to that group?
Absolutely.
Cool. Success. Now, all I'm looking for is one person a day. If I work 50 weeks, 5 days a week, that means I'm working 250 days. And if I have a standard so important, it's not a goal, it's a freaking standard that I'm going to add one person to my database every day, then I'm plus 250 on new Mets. Yes or yes?
Yeah.
Okay. And Gary says, once you've completed the 8x8 program, these new contacts go into your Met portion of your contact database. So when I enter Michelle into my new Mets, I'm going to use an 8x8 in order to create top of mind. My goal is to earn an opportunity to be your realtor for life. And if you know of anybody that's looking to buy or sell a home, I would love it if you would possibly refer them to me. Now, my next step is to move them into my sphere of influence. And now I'm using a 36 touch. The book says 33 because we hadn't created 36 touch smart plan when the book was written. It's the same thing, guys. It's just 3 more touches. And once you've completed the 8x8 program, these new contacts go into your MET portion of your contact database where they will be included in your ongoing 33 touch program. Your 33 touch program will be a systematic marketing and prospecting technique, which will ensure year-round contact with your METs. To ensure year-round contact with your METs. Let's pretend for a moment that your MET database was the United States. There are 83 million homeowners in the United States. And in 2021, there were 6.2 million homes sold. Now, this number is considerably lower for 2022. Latest predictions are around $4.8 million. Huge decrease, not the conversation. However, this is your MET database. Now, your MET database looks very, very similar, except you have 200 people that are in your sphere of influence, or 300, or 400, or 500, whatever it is. And the purpose of a 33 touch is to ensure that you are speaking to this group systematically, year round. As with any core task, I recommend time be blocked off each week to make sure these important contacts occur. In other words, time block your calendar in order to execute your 36 touch. Bold law, if it's not in your calendar, it doesn't exist. If you don't put this in the calendar, it's not going to happen. While emailing is inexpensive and convenient, we recommend preceding your telephone calls with real mailings. So I talked about that a little bit earlier. And if you look at sample 33 touch that Gary provides in figure 15 on the bottom of page 147, you'll see that it includes emails, it includes note cards, it includes greeting cards, it includes birthday cards. And there are emails that are in there. However, prior to every phone call, you're going to actually send them something to their mailbox. So when you call them, Laura, you can ask, did you get the market update that I mailed you last week? Versus, did you get my email? Guess what you're going to hear when you ask, did you get my email? First of all, if that person's anything like me, they immediately go to frustration. I'm like, oh my gosh. One of my least favorite questions is, did you get my email? I want to respond with, did I respond? No. Well, then I didn't get it. All right. Don't write that down. All right. Each touch should include a reminder to send you referral business. Please write that down. Each touch, that means every one of them, should include a reminder to send you referral business and instructions on the best way to do so. Something as simple as, I'm never too busy for your referrals. If you know of anybody looking to buy a home or sell a home, please give me a call. Simple. For every 12 people in your MET contact database to which you market yourself 33 times, you can reasonably expect to net 2 sales. There it is. So if I have 200 people in my MET database, divide 200 by 12. We're just gonna have awkward silence until somebody gives me the answer. Divide 200 by 12.
16, please. 17.
17 times 2. 34 sales. If I have 200 people in my database working an effective 36 touch, I could expect 34 sales. If my average commission is $10,000, that means I should make $340,000 in gross commission income by effectively and efficiently communicating with 200 people 36 times a year. The challenge is most real estate agents are so busy chasing the 6.2 million sales at the bottom of the list. Michael Chalongo shared with you at our team meeting last week or the week before, I forget. Zillow sold how many leads last year? 26 million. 26 million? 26 million leads were sold. Who's buying those leads? Say, we are. We are. And we bought 26 million leads for 6.2 million homes that were sold. The reason Zillow's able to do that is because real estate agents are not focusing on the top of the funnel. If they were, these people would not be on Zillow looking at homes, asking for more information. They would be coming directly to you. You guys get that? If you do your job, you'll put Zillow out of business. This is not about putting Zillow out of business. Honestly, I don't care if they're making money. I don't care if they're not. I don't care if they stay in business. I don't care if they go out of business. I care about you. Okay, talk to me. Put your hand in the air.